Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Danielle if you're new, and I am a full-time reseller on Poshmark and Mercari. Today is Wednesday, which means a brand new What's a Wednesday video is here. If you're new and you're not sure what What's a Wednesday is, this is a video I release every Wednesdays, and I go through my sales from the previous week, talk about them more in depth, and go through where I got the item, how much I paid for the item, and all that stuff. So if you are interested in seeing my sales from last week, keep watching and let's jump right in. All right, jumping right in. These sales are going to be from July 11th to July 17th. I had a pretty good sales week last week, not my biggest, not my lowest, so kind of in the middle. So we're going to go ahead and start off with July 11th. The first sale I made was a pair of Lululemon Wonder Under high-rise leggings, and these were in a size 6. They sold for $65 with a Poshmark fee of $13, and that left me with $52. These were from a flip consignment lot, and they sold in about a week. These had little to no wear on them. They were in brand new condition. They were black with just this cute little ombre speckle on them, and they sold for $65. I think I originally listed them for $75, and then received an offer for $65 and immediately accepted. These sold extremely fast and had a great profit for myself and my client. The next sale was a Mercari sale, and this is a pair of Nike men's SB Charge slip skate shoes, and these sold for $34 with a selling fee of $3.40 and a processing fee of $1.29, and that left me with $29.31. I got these at the thrift store for $7, and they sold in about a week and a half. These sold extremely fast. Again, they didn't have a ton of wear on them. I think I originally listed these at, I want to say $40, and then received an offer for $34. On Mercari, I do accept a little bit lower offers than I do on Poshmark, just because their fees are a tad lower than Poshmark, so $34 was a really decent offer, so I'm very happy with this sale. Next is a Poshmark sale, and this is a pair of Todds, and they were a white leather loafer, and these were in a size 7.5. They sold for $44 with a Poshmark fee of $8.80, and then I was left with $35.20. These were also from a flip consignment lot, and they took about 1.5 months to sell. I did want a little more for these, but they did have some staining on them, so I was okay getting $44 for them. I believe I originally listed these at $59. I sent a couple offers, and then someone offered $44, and I just accepted. Next up is another Poshmark sale. This is a Sparrow, which is an Anthropologie brand. It was a green long sleeve open front cardigan. This was in a size extra small. You guys know how I feel about extra smalls. This sold for $20 with a Poshmark fee of $4, and then I offered a shipping discount of $1.50, and that left me with $14.50. This cardigan I have had for, I couldn't even tell you how long. I have no idea how much I paid for this. I got it so long ago, and it had a stain on it, and I was like, yeah, I can get it out, and I could not get it out. I got it out very little, so it was still there, and I was sending offers in my closet the other day, and this ended up selling with a offer. I think I had it listed at like $25, and I offered $20 with a $1.50 shipping discount, and someone accepted. So obviously, I've had it for a very long time, and I'm very, very picky with Anthropologie nowadays, so I'm not sure if I'd buy this again. Maybe without the stain, I'd buy it again, but I'm so happy with this, and I'm sure I still made a profit on it. Next is another Poshmark sale, and this was an HD in Paris, which is another Anthropologie brand. This was a white cutout Dara tee in a size 12. This sold for $25 with a Poshmark fee of $5, and then I offered a shipping discount again of $1.50, and that left me with $18.50. This is another item that I've had way too long. I'd say a year and a half or more for this shirt, and I also don't know how much I paid for this one as well. So when I was sending offers, I looked for items that I had for a very long time and made sure to send pretty good offers on those items. And this, I think I listed at $30, so I offered $25 with a $1.50 shipping discount. I still made profit on this shirt. I know I did, because I know I wouldn't have paid more than a few bucks for this shirt. But once again, I'm very picky with Anthropologie nowadays, and this was still a pretty good sale, but it did take a while to sell. And the last sale for July 11th was a pair of Beta brand skinny leg classic dress pants. These were in a size medium. They sold for $27 with a Poshmark fee of $5.40 and a shipping discount of $1.50, and that left me with $20.10. This was another sale from me sending offers on my whole closet, and I got these for $3.50 at the thrift store, and it took just under a month for them to sell. So these sold very, very quickly, and I'm very happy with the profit that was made on these. Beta brand is definitely a brand I enjoy picking up. It's just not a brand I find very often. Moving on to July 12th, the first sale was a Poshmark sale, and this was a Lane Bryant speckled layered hem sweater in a size 22. This sold for $17 with a Poshmark fee of $3.40, and then I offered a shipping discount again of $1.50, and that left me with $12.10. This sweater took, I think, about 7 months, I want to say, if the timeline's right on that, to sell, and I paid $1.40 for the sweater. This is actually a sweater I bought off of someone who was selling all their inventory, and I bought a ton of it for extremely cheap, so this is where I got this sweater. And it was an okay sale. Obviously, it's still a profit. It's not the best profit ever, but it's still a profit. And Lane Bryant's definitely something I'm very, very picky with. I only pick up things that are really on trend and in style and pretty much cheap. I don't really pay a lot for Lane Bryant. And then I'm definitely very picky on what I pick up. But this was still a profit, so I'm still happy with the sale. But I definitely wish it would have sold a little faster maybe. Next up is a Project Social tee, Wherever tee in charcoal gray. And this was in a size extra small. It sold for $14 with a Poshmark fee of $2.95. And then I was left with $11.05. This t-shirt is actually from a Jomar box, and it cost me about $4.50. I don't remember exactly which box this was from. Yeah, I can't remember which box that's from. But it took about 6 months, I think, is the timeline for that shirt to sell. This, obviously, a Project Social tee, basic t-shirt, is not the most profitable item ever. So getting even $14 for it was pretty good. I didn't expect to get much more than that for it. So not the most profitable item, but it sold in about 6 months, which is a pretty good time frame. And so I'm okay with this sale. Next up is an American Eagle button front knit cardigan in a size extra large. This sold for $20 with a Poshmark fee of $4 and a shipping discount of $1.50. And that left me with $14.50. This, once again, is from a Jomar wholesale box, and it cost me about $4.50 to get. I think it came in the same box. Oh, no, I don't think so, because it says 3 to 4 months to sell. So not the same box, but 3 or 4 months is a good time frame. I paid $4.50 if I didn't say that before. So it's an okay sale. I mean, American Eagle is an okay brand. This specific cardigan was an older cardigan, so it wasn't going to sell for as much as like maybe a cardigan from 2020. I believe this was from like 2015 or 16, I want to say. So 20 is still a good amount, and it still did make a profit, but obviously it's not the most profitable sale, but I'm still happy with it. Next up is another Poshmark sale. This is by the brand Norma Kamali, and it was a stretch jersey wide leg jumpsuit in a size medium. It sold for $55 with a Poshmark fee of $11, and then I was left with $44. This is from a flip consignment lot. It took just under a month to sell, and this was actually a new to me brand. I never heard of this brand before, and it was in this lot that I wanted, and I ended up looking up comps for just similar items, and they looked really, really good. One of my favorite things to do is learn new brands from flip consignment and Jomar wholesale boxes, just because you always have to evolve and change what you're looking for and what you're buying to do this business. And I had never heard of this brand before, and I do think I could have got a little more for this jumpsuit, but because it was a flip consignment item, I did want to move it fairly quickly. So overall, I'm happy with the sale. Next up is an ASOS leaf print 2-piece pajama set. This was in a size large. It sold for $23 with a Poshmark fee of $4.60, and then I was left with $18.40. These pajamas were actually from my Jomar wholesale passes palette, and they took, let's see, about like 3 to 4 months, I want to say. I don't know the exact timeline because some of that stuff I got up quickly, some of it I didn't, but I believe this one was 3 to 4 months. These had a ton of interest, like so much interest. I had them listed at $30 originally, and they had like 33 likes. So these just like, I knew they would do well, and I got a couple like really low offers for like 15, 20, 18, and so I was holding off, and when someone offered me 23, I went ahead and accepted. I thought that was very reasonable, so I'm very happy with this sale, and of course this was a pallet sale, so it made a really good profit. Okay, next up is a very, very exciting sale that I actually told you guys about in Monday's vlog, which was from last week. And I told you guys I made my highest price sale ever, and I didn't want to talk about it until it got delivered and accepted and everything, and it finally did. If you're following me on Instagram, you already saw this sale and you know all about it. If you're not following me on Instagram though, go ahead and do that. I have a link down below, and that's where you'll see kind of more of my daily tasks, and I do what sold posts as well. So if you're not following me there, go follow me. But this was my highest price sale I've ever made. This is a pair of a Christian Louboutin black leather peep toe pumps in a size 7.5. They sold for $290 with a Poshmark fee of $58. Leave me with $232. I don't even have words for this sale right now. I think I could have gotten more for these pumps, but I get nervous when listing things for a really high amount just because I'm like, I don't know if it's worth that much. Even though I know it's worth that much, it just stresses me out a little bit. So I think I could have ended up getting more for these, but I was very happy with $2.90. These shoes were actually from a flip consignment lot, and they took about 3 weeks to sell. These had also a ton of interest, just like the PJs. These had about 35 likes. So it was they just had a ton of interest, and I'd gotten a couple like really low offers, and I didn't want to accept those. I was looking for at least 300 for them. And when someone offered me $2.90, I contemplated countering, but I didn't want to be too greedy and lose the sale from like $10. So I decided $2.90 was reasonable, and I accepted that offer. Okay, moving on to July 13th. The first sale I made was a Lululemon Open Your Heart reversible long sleeve top. This was in a size 6. It sold for $40 with a Poshmark fee of $8, and that left me with $32. This I got from a thrift store about 5.5 months ago. That's how long it took to sell. And I paid, in my opinion, I paid too much for this. I paid $10 for this shirt. I was hoping to get at least $50 for this, and then it probably might have been worth it. But I am someone who doesn't love to pay up for items. I will if I think it's worth it, but for a Lululemon top, I probably shouldn't have paid $10. I still did have a profit of $22, so it's not terrible, and I think it's still a good profit. But personally, I like to keep my margins higher than that. I like to kind of buy things for maybe $5 and sell it for $40 instead of $10. But I'm overall still happy with this sale, and now I learned a lesson. I will not pay $10 for a Lululemon shirt. Next is another very, very exciting sale. This is a Dress the Population Virginia embroidered dress. This was in a size small. It sold for $80 with a Poshmark fee of $16, and that left me with $64. This dress, once again, was from a flip consignment lot. This sold in about 6 days. I originally listed this at $95 and then got an offer for $80. I did contemplate countering, but once again, I didn't want to be greedy. I've learned that over the years to not be super greedy and not counter on every single offer unless you know what your item is worth. In this case, the comps for this dress were a little lower than 95, so I thought 80 was reasonable. So I'm very, very happy with this item. This sold so fast, and it had a really great profit for myself and my consignment client. Next up was a Mercari sale, another very exciting sale. And this was by the brand Komarov. I don't know exactly if that's how you say it. This was a brand new with tag ruffle charmeuse maxi dress. Charmeuse? I don't know. I'm not good at speaking apparently. This sold for $80 with a selling fee of $8 and a processing fee of $2.62. And then I was left with $69.38. This dress is from a flip consignment lot. This took 2 weeks to sell. This brand is actually, again, a new to me brand. I had no idea what this brand was, and I wanted a bunch of other stuff that was in this lot, and so I applied for it, and I had looked up this brand. Comps were looking kind of all over the place, but overall pretty good, and this was a brand new with the tag, and I originally listed it at $100. And it was missing, it came with like a shawl, it was missing the shawl, so $80 was a very reasonable offer, and I decided to go ahead and accept, and it sold in 2 weeks, which is very quickly, so I was very happy with this sale. I don't know if I said moving on to July 14th, but that was July 14th, and this one is July 14th. This is a Poshmark sale. This is a pair of Vibrant Miu, I don't know what this brand is. This is a pair of black distressed high-waist shorts. They sold for $15 with a Poshmark fee of $3, and then I was left with $12. These shorts were from my Joe Mart Wholesale Passes palette. They took about 3 to 4 months to sell. These did have a little bit of wear on them. Also, this brand was just not the most profitable. I think I listed these at like $20 or $22, and when I received an offer of $15, once again, I didn't want to be greedy, so I just accepted it, and it was from my palette, so it still made a profit. So it's not the best sale, but it's still a pretty good sale. Moving on to July 15th, the first sale I made was a Poshmark sale. This is a pair of Jeffrey Campbell Renata, I think, slip-on pumps, and they were blue. These were in a size 7. They sold for $35 with a Poshmark fee of $7, and then I was left with $28. These are from a flip consignment lot once again, and they took about 3 weeks to sell. These actually sold outright, meaning I listed them for $35 and they sold for $35. These sold extremely fast and great profit. Jeffrey Campbell is definitely a brand that I enjoy selling. some of the shoes do better than others, but overall I have very good luck with Jeffrey Campbell and always make a pretty good profit on them. I'm very happy with this sale, and of course, a very great profit for myself and my client. Next up is a Mercari sale, and this is a soft surroundings standout shirt tunic, and it was, I think, brand new. I don't know why I think it's brand new. I'm pretty sure it was brand new. But this sold for $32 with a selling fee of $3.20 and then a processing fee of $1.23, and that left me with $27.57. This was from a flip consignment lot. Once again, it took right at a month to sell. I originally listed this at $40. I received an offer for $32, and this is another time that I was not being greedy and just accepted $32. I did want at least $35 for this because it was new with the tag, but $32 is still reasonable, and it was on Mercari, so the selling fees were just a tad lower. So I was still happy with this sale, and it made a good profit for myself and my client. Moving to July 16th, I had one little lonesome sale on July 16th, and it was a Mercari sale. And this was a Free People brand new with the tag Rising Sun slip dress. And this sold for $40 with a selling fee of $4 and a processing fee of $1.46. Leave me with $34.54. This was from a flip consignment lot. Once again, it took about 7 weeks to sell. And I originally listed it at, I think, $50. And I received an offer for $40 after sending an offer for $45. And I just accepted. I obviously wanted a little more because it was new with the tag, but $40 was still pretty reasonable and still in my estimate and still made a good profit for myself and my client, which is all things I keep in mind when I'm accepting offers. But this sold extremely well, and I'm very happy with this sale. And moving on to July 17th, the last day of the last week. This was a J. Jill Prima elbow sleeve tunic, and it was in a size small. It sold for $18 with a Poshmark fee of $3.60, and then I was left with $14.40. I got this at a thrift store for about $1.50, and it took about 4 months to sell. I enjoy picking up these J. Jill like basic t-shirts. They tend to do very well for me. I will not pay more than about $2 for them, maybe $3 depending, because they don't normally sell for a ton. I can get anywhere between $18 and $25 for them depending on the shirt. This one sold for $18. I think I had it listed at $25. Got an offer for $18, and I thought it was very reasonable, so I decided to accept. And this still had a very good profit. Next up is another Poshmark sale. This is a splendid lightweight knit thermal top in a size small. This sold for $22 with a Poshmark fee of $4.40, and that left me with $17.60. This was from my Jomar Wholesale Passes palette. It took, I think, about 3 months to sell. This shirt actually sold outright, so I listed it for $22 and it sold for $22, which is very surprising because I did not expect to get $22 from this shirt. Splendid is not a brand I really pick up, but it came in my palette, so I did list it, and I did not think I was going to get $22 for it at all. Obviously, really great profit on this because it came from my palette, and it was a very surprising sale. I will pick up Splendid if it's like in style and pretty cheap. So I'm very surprised, and I am happy with this sale. Next up is another Poshmark sale, and this was an LaFleur. I don't know if that's how you say that. It was the Lydia dress in charcoal gray. It was in a size 8. It sold for $45 with a Poshmark fee of $9, and that left me with $36. This dress was from a flip consignment lot. It took about 6 weeks to sell, I think, around that time frame. And this, I definitely wanted more for this dress. I think I listed it at, I want to say $60 to begin with, and I really wanted to get at least $50 for it, but when this person I think offered like $35 to begin with, and I was like, ugh. So I countered, I think, like $55, and then we kept going until we landed on $45. Looking at comps for this dress, $45 is very reasonable, so that is why I went ahead and accepted $45. I think it still was a very good profit for myself and my client, but I did want a tad more for this dress. And last but not least, this is a Wilfred, which is sold at over at Sia. This was a light linen blend cardigan, and it was in a size large. It sold for $35 with a Poshmark fee of $7, and that left me with $28. This was also from a flip consignment lot. It took about 6 weeks to sell. Once again, it was not from the same lot, but I think I got them at the same time. This cardigan, I wanted more. Once again, just like the last dress, I did want more. For this cardigan, I wanted at least $40. I listed it at $50 to begin with, and the person offered me, I think, $25 to begin with. So this is your sign. If you have a very low offer, do not decline. Always counter, because you never know what that person's willing to spend. And this person offered me $25 to begin with on a $50 item, and we went back and forth a couple times until I was landed on $35 and wasn't going to budge. I just sent her a message, let her know $35 is my lowest. Thank you so much for your interest, and I hope we can meet at $35. And she ended up accepting. She understood. So don't ever decline offers. You're not making any sales that way. At least if you counter, you still have a chance to make a sale. But also don't be greedy with counters. Like if you have an item listed at $35 and someone offers you $30, don't counter $33. That would be pointless. Always accept the offer. You have to look at exactly how much profit you're going to be making, because that's what's really important. Alright, you guys, that was it for this week's What's So Wednesday video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this week. And in terms of the amount of items I sold, it was definitely kind of an average week, a little bit slower than normal. But in terms of profit and amount I made, it was a very, very successful week. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my sales from last week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again next week.